In this video I am going to solve KCET 2018 Mathematics paper part 1 from question number 1 to 10. Let us move on to the first question. This question based on the chapter Linear Inequality, which belongs to the first year. So let us see the question. In this case, if modulus of x plus 5 greater than or equal to 10, then find the x values in this case. So we know that a formula, using this formula, modulus of y greater than or equal to a, this implies y less than or equal to minus a or y greater than or equal to plus a. So in this place y, here in this place y, what is there? X plus 5 is there. In the place of a, 10 is there. Just substitute. So in this case, given, using the given condition, y x plus 5 less than or equal to minus 10, or y means x plus 5 greater than or equal to plus 10. Just solve this inequation. X less than or equal to minus 15 or x greater than or equal to here 10 minus 5, 5. So x less than or equal to minus 15 can be written as in the interval minus infinity to minus 15 included, union, or means union, here 5 to plus 5 included to plus infinity. So this is the answer. Option C is correct in this case. This is easy question. Most of the students solve this question easily. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 2. This question based on the chapter Permutation and Combination, particularly Combination. So let us see the question. Everybody in a room shakes hands with everybody else. The total number of shake hands is 45. Then find the number of persons in the room. So here we take number of persons is n. We have to find out n value. So number of shake hands means what? Among n persons we select 2 persons, that is nc2 number of shake hands equal to what? It is given 45. It is given 45. Now nc2, simplify this, we get n into n minus 1 divided by 2 equal to the 45. So n into n minus 1, 45 into 2. So in this case 2 5 is a 10, 2 4 is a 8, 9, 90. So we have to find out n value by inspection method. Put n is equal to 9, left hand side is not equal to right hand side, it is wrong. Put n is equal to 10, left hand side is equal to right hand side. 10 minus 10 into 10 minus 1, 9, 90. So 90 is equal to the 90. So n is equal to 10 is correct in this case. So option C is correct answer. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 3. This question based on the chapter Binomial Theorem. Let us see the question. In this case, the constant term in the expansion, we have to find out the constant term, particularly this depends on constant term. So first we know the formula, by general term of this binomial expansion. So I am solving this question by using a general term of the a plus b whole to the power of n. So general term means what? In this case tr plus 1 equal to the ncr a to the power of n minus r into b to the power of r. So in this case n, this is n, so this is a, this is b. So substitute this value, we get the required answer. So tr plus 1, in this case first we have to find out r and then find out the constant term. So constant term. So here in this case n is 16 cr a x square to the power of n minus r. N is what? 16. So 16 a x square 2 x to the power of 16 2s, in this case 32 minus 2 2r, b x 1 by x square, nothing but x to the power of minus 2 minus 2r. So using base rule we have to find out in this case value of this terms, x to the power of 32 minus 4r. So when we constant term is obtained, this term becomes 1. So this term becomes 1 when this term becomes 0. This term becomes 0. This term becomes 0 when put r is equal to, in this case 8. So 8 4s are 32. So here r is equal to 32. 8 sorry. R is equal to 8. Put r is equal to 8 in this equation, above equation. In above equation we get the required term, constant term. We get the required constant term. So put r is equal to 8 means what? T ninth. Ninth term is the constant term in this case. So 16C8, put r is equal to 8, this value becomes 0. And then x to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So 1, it is equal to 16C8. 16C8 is the constant term of in this expansion. Option 16C8, option A is correct in this case. This is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 4. This question based on the chapter Principle of Mathematical Induction. Usually they ask one question on this chapter in KCT. Let us take in this case first question in this case. If P of n equal to what? 2 to the power of 2n minus 1 is divisible by k for all the values of n belongs to n is true, then the value of k. We have to find out the k value. So by using principle of mathematical induction rule, put n is equal to 1, put n is equal to 2, 3 consecutive number, we get the required answer. So in this case 2 to the power of 2n minus 1, put n is equal to 1. So this value becomes 2 to the power of 2 minus 1, 4 minus 1 becomes 3. So 3, this value becomes 3. 3 is divisible by only 3 in this cases. 3 is not divisible by 6, 3 is not divisible by 7, 3 is not divisible by 2. Here options are weak. No one option competed with this. So option B is correct in this case. 3 is divisible by 3. This is NCERT direct question. All the students solve this question easily in the as usual way, but by using in this case a shortcut method, put n is equal to 1. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 5. This question based on the chapter straight line belongs to the first year. Usually they ask one question on this chapter in KCET. So let us take in this question, let us see the question, the equation of the line parallel to the line. We have to find out the line, required line, which is parallel to the given line and passing through the given point. Using these two conditions, we have to identify the line. So by option. So now see the question, the equation of the line parallel to the line. So we have to find out the equation of the line parallel to this line, only change constant. So only change constant means 3x plus 4y, here minus 4 is there, here plus 4 is there. It is wrong. Only change constant. Here also plus 4 is there. This is also wrong. So maybe A, B, among A or B correct, because 3x minus 4y, 3x minus 4y, 3x minus 4y is there. So and then using this condition, one of them is correct among A, B. So another condition is there in this case, minus 2, 3. That we have to find out the line, that line passing through the point minus 2, 3. So minus 2, 3 satisfies by the line A only in this case. So put minus 2, 3 in 3x minus 4y plus 18 is equal to 0, minus 6 minus 12 plus 18 is equal to 0, 0 is equal to 0. This point lies on this line but not this line. This is wrong, this is correct. Here options are weak. Easily identify the required line in this case. This is lengthy process as usual method, but here we use shortcut method. Easily identify the required line. This is NCERT direct question. All the students solve this question easily, but usual method. Here we solve shortcut method. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 6. This question based on the chapter application of based on the chapter here first year, nothing but what complex number and quadratic equation. Sorry. So complex number, usually there's one or two question on this chapter. So let us take this question. If 1 minus I divided by 1 plus I to the power of 96 equal to the a plus b. In this case we have to find out a comma b. Means this converted into a plus ib form and then find the ab value. So we know the two values in this case, 1 minus I divided by 1 plus I is always equal to minus I, and minus I to the power of 4n, n belongs to the integer in this case. Minus I to the power of 4n is always 1. So using these two values identify the value of a and b. So now given condition in this case, 1 minus I divided by 1 plus I to the power of 96, this value becomes minus I to the power of what? 96. 96 equal to what? 4n, multiples of 4. So directly we can write 1. 1 can be written as 1 plus 0 I form. So nothing but this is a plus ib form. A plus ib form. In the place of a, 1 is there, and place of b, 0 is there. So 1 comma 0 is the correct answer. In this case option B is correct. This is NCERT direct question. So all the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 7. This question based on the chapter conic section, which belongs to the first year. So let us see the question. The distance between foci at hyperbola is 16 is given, and its eccentricity is very important, root 2. This is different problem. Then find the equation of this hyperbola among the 4 options is given. 4 options are given, sorry. So we know that one formula. If we know that one statement, if eccentricity of hyperbola eccentricity E is equal to root 2, then hyperbola is rectangular hyperbola, then hyperbola is rectangular, then rectangular hyperbola it is. If eccentricity E is equal to root 2, then hyperbola is rectangular hyperbola. That is, A is equal to B. Length of semi-length of transverse axis and conjugate axis both are equal in this case. We have to identify which option, in this case A is equal to B, that is the correct options. So in this case 2 options are correct. A is also, in this option A is equal to B. So x square by A, y minus y square by B. So here also y square by A, x square by A minus y square by B. Here y square by A minus a square, a square, x minus x square by b square. So here A is equal to B, here also A is equal to B. Option A is also correct and option D is also correct in this case. So this is not correct, this is not correct. Usually KCET don't ask this type of question. Here more than one option is correct, rare case. So this is toughest question. So we know that this statement identify easily which option correct. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 8. This question once again based on the chapter permutation and combination, particularly permutation, linear arrangement is there in this case. So they ask one or two question on this chapter. Let us take second question in this case. So read the question. The number of ways in which 5 girls are there and 3 boys are there can be seated in a row so that no 2 boys, very important, no 2 boys are together is. So I am solving this question by gap method. So 5 girls are there, G1, G2, G3, G4 and G5. So in between them boys are seated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places are available for boys. So girls, arrangement of girls in this case, how many girls are there? 5. 5p 5 ways. Required number becomes required number of ways equal to required number of ways. So we can find the number of ways of girls. How many ways? So here 5 girls are there. Arrangement of these 5 girls by using 5 girls, 5p 5 ways. Then 6 places for 3 boys. These 6 places arranged by 3 boys, nothing but 6p 3 ways. By using multiplication theorem rule, multiply these two terms, we get the required answer. So 5p 5 ways 5 factorial into 6p 3 means, so 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial, nothing but in this case 6 minus 3, 3, 6 into 5 into 4. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3 factorial. Next 3 factorial cancel each other. 5 factorial into 6 into 5 into 4. So it is equal to the 14400. So option D is correct in this case. This is NCERT direct question. All the students solve this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 9. So this question based on the chapter sequence and series. So let us see the question. If ABC are 3 consecutive terms of AP and XYZ are 3 consecutive terms of GP, using these two terms of, and then find the values of x to the power of b minus c into y to the power of c minus a into z to the power of a minus b is equal to what? I am not solving this question an usual method because this is lengthy process. I am solving this question by giving a values to the ABC and XYZ. So ABC are what in this case AP. So A is equal to, we take ABC in this case. A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1 and C is equal to 2. Common difference is 1, hence these are AP. 3 terms, consecutive 3 terms. And take XYZ. So here X is also 1, we take Y is also 1 and Z is also 1. These are GP, consecutive 3 terms. In this case, first term is 1 and common ratio is also 1. 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1. So put the value in this case, these values into this term, we get the required answer. Easily we get the required answer. X is equal to 1. So it is given x1 to the power of b minus c, 1 minus 0, 1 into y1 to the power of c minus a, 2 minus 1, 1 into z1 to the power of a minus b, a minus b, minus 1. So 1 to the power of 1 into 1 to the power of 1 divided by 1, again 1 is the correct answer. Option D is correct. This is NCERT direct question. So all the students solve this question easily in usual method. But I am solving this question by shortcut method. So this is the shortcut. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question. Question number 10. This is the last question of this video. This belongs to the limits and continuity, limits, derivative and continuity. It is continued chapter in both first year and second year. So this question based on the chapter limits. So we have to find out the limits of modulus x divided by x. So we know that we know that a modulus function. So modulus x is equal to minus x if x is less than 0 plus x if x is greater than or equal to 0. So using this condition we have to identify the limit of this function. So in this case we have to find out LHL and RHL and also f of 0. If LHL is not equal to RHL, then we can say that the limit does not exist. In this case limit does not exist because LHL is not equal to RHL. So option D is correct. So we can solve this question. First LHL. So LHL means what? Limit x tends to 0 minus. 0 minus means x value is less than 0. X value is less than 0. Modulus x becomes minus x. So minus x divided by x, limit it is equal to the minus 1. And find the RHL. In this case limit x tends to 0 plus means x value is greater than 0. This is x. Modulus x becomes x by x equal to the this value minus 1, this value plus 1, it equal to the plus 1. Here LHL is not equal to RHL. This implies LHL is not equal to the RHL, hence limit does not exist. So option D is correct. This is NCERT direct question, easy question. All the students solve this question easily. Take down.